Hey guys, let's take a look at this ergonomic electric bicycle. This basically remains the old conventional bicycle, but what we have done is we have retrofitted a few things, and I'll just take you around what I've retrofitted out here. So firstly, we look at the brakes. The bike comes with an all new set of electric brakes. So when the rider is driving the bike, he does not accelerate and brake at the same time. This also comes with the IP65 water resistant box, which makes this bike suitable to be kept at all weathers. This can be kept outside the house and it's completely road legal. We've also fit in a DC motor of having which is having 240 watts. What I've done is that I've placed it just beside the frame so that I get maximum torque. Basically, DC motors are much better than the conventional hub motors which are used in other electrical cycles. Whereas this cycle stands out because it has a DC motor which can handle large amounts of torque. This bike takes two people. The pillion should weigh about 50 kgs and the rider to about 50, so it adds up to 100 kilos. So we can have an adult and a child behind. This bike comes with a key out here to start it, and then you just go and it just starts up. We also have a charging port, which makes it really easy for people to charge the bicycle. We don't have to take things out, we don't have to dismantle the bike. You can just go to your normal plug point, put in the plug, and you can directly charge it. So what's the standout of this cycle? This cycle is not just a normal cycle. It's a cycle which can be also ridden conventionally with just pedal, or you can go with half electricity and half pedal. You can vary the amount of work that the motor does, and you can run it just like an electric bike. After taking a look at the features of this cycle, why does India need this cycle? So with the exponential need of fuel rising and the fuel prices rising, it's very essential that we find out cleaner energy source, a way to get fitter. India is one of the most youngest nations. We have the youth around us needs to be fit, and this cycle sure fits the need at this stage wherein India is. This cycle is absolutely robust, suited for Indian conditions. In India, we have 4 months of rain in places like Western India. This comes with the IP65 box where the batteries are kept. With the Fit India movement coming up, a lot of people haven't exercised since the last 30 years. This cycle can aid us in transition. Normally when we go to the market, what we get is the old conventional cycle, or either the very expensive mountain bikes which start from 16,000 or 20,000. This cycle, on the other hand, aids as a smooth transition for people to easily get into cycling. At the same time, they don't have to put the amount of effort that they put in riding a conventional bicycle. As I told you, we can vary the power from the motor, and how much power you're using on pedaling can be reduced. This aids is a very smooth transition for people to actually get into cycling, actually get into fitness activities, get into sport. This can aid in the Fit India movement, and as I told you, it's ergonomic. So this can be used for all types of home uses, as well as people who are between the age of 30 to 40, people who have their offices in between a radius of 7 to 8 kilometers. India is having a very humid climate. People come up to us and say, when we have to get fit, why don't you go to the office cycling? Well, it's not feasible because it's very humid. But well, out here you have an electric motor, you don't have to pedal, you won't sweat, and it's much more greener. You don't have to take your four-wheeler, get stuck into signals and increase the waiting time. You can go to office easily, you can come back from office easily. When there are more number of cycles in the road, there can be better infrastructure that can be developed for creating facilities for the cycles, like proper cycling tracks. So all this gets into place when we actually spark a change. So when we are talking about change, this cycle is the best thing to go for. It's the best thing for this time, and I'm sure when you'll be riding it, you'll feel the same. Okay, so let's go. Let's take a look behind the physics of this cycle. Ultimately, it's about bringing things from paper to practice, and it's about applying the concepts that we have studied into things that actually work. So, taking a look at the battery pack of this cycle, we get various variants according to the mileage that will suit your need. We have the 30 ampere hour battery pack, which is readily available in the market and which you can actually retrofit into this cycle, which will go about 75 kilometers an hour. Depends on the road conditions, but that's what it goes. Currently I fit 2 lead acid batteries, which you get easily in any bike store. These are much more heavier, but these go about 20 to 25 kilometers if driven without any slope. Supposing you aren't going across flyovers and huge inclines, this can take you about 20 to 25 kilometers, but if you're using it but with extensive use, this will last you about 20 kilometers. So now moving on to the costing, the lithium pack will be ready by the next month. I'm still under development of this project. So you can go for the 18 ampere hour pack or the 30 ampere hour pack. The 30 ampere hour pack, if you look at from a costing point of view, then it's going to cost you around about 20,000 to 22,000. This is way less than what is offered in the market, and plus the advantage of this is that we can directly fit it into an existing cycle. That is what we are looking at. So this kit is easily sourceable. All these parts are made from the materials that we get in the market, and this cycle takes about 3 months or so to be completely done. That's how long I took to work on this project.